I'd better check the Monokuma file before anything else. Victim was Sakuragami. The time of death is estimated to be around 12. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor. There is evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point, the victim suffered from violent vomiting the blood.
Hey.
I think in this case there might be a challenge. Why is that?
So...
The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through. And that door has been jammed shut with a chair from inside the rec room. Which means the killer must have had to escape somehow after barring the door. So the door was blocked from the inside and there was no way in or out, so they broke the window. It's like a zero escape, right?
In other words,
this is a classic locked room murder. Locked room? I guess you might see this kind of thing a lot in mystery movies or books. But could it really happen in real life and right before our very eyes?
Hey.
Are you curious to hear more about a locked room? Sure, if you don't mind.
That's fine.
When you break down the door in kind of a murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. The first type is when the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. This simply means that the killer commits his crime, and through some special methods seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving locking of the room. Basic approaches include using a string or simple mechanism. There are a number of variations. So for all that, we need to check the door to see if that's what it is, right?
Correct.
The second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed. Oh?
In other words,
Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from outside to target the victim inside. You push a switch and it fires a handgun. You shoot an arrow through the gap of the door, something like that.
however,
But in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in the school, and the door doesn't have any gap that would allow it. Yeah, I think we can probably cross that one off the list.
it's true.
The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up. What do you mean by that?
In other words,
They stay hidden when the door is opened. They use the confusion to blend in with the group. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that. That sounds like it could have been possible, maybe.
it's true.
And the fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all. Not a locked room.
In other words,
By that I mean there actually is an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. You see this a lot in novels and things, but not in reality. It's generally not possible. Then we can cross that one off.
indeed.
I believe so, yes. So when it comes to the locked room mysteries, those are the basics. So there are 4 possibilities. Then Kyoko, which one of these 4 choices seems the most likely?
It's true.
That's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus. But right now, I can't say. The way the killer set up the locked room. Till I figure that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. For Sakura, if nothing else. Dun, dun, dun. There you guys. Okay, well, let's start by inspecting. Oh. It's doing it again! It did it before when we were checking out the 4th floor, and now it's doing it again. The chair was shoved up against the door knob, so we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special. God, just click on this. There's a bloodstain in front of the magazine shelf. It must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? There are shards of glass scattered all over the chair Sakura was sitting on. Glass is all red. There are tops and bottom sections of a bottle. So this must have originally been a bottle. Oh, there's something on the ground next to a glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure. Interesting. There are 4 red bottles lined up. And inside each bottle, there's some kind of Monokuma figure. What I'm wondering is how these figures get inside the bottles.
So...
It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle. Huh? You know, where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside. You've never seen that? Oh yeah, maybe I have.
in other words,
So this is the Monokuma version of that. A Monokuma bottle, if you will. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things a little. The Monokuma bottle sitting on the shelf. The Monokuma figure we found on the ground. The red shards of glass, which probably started out as a bottle. Which would mean Sakura must have been hit in the head with a Monokuma bottle. Well, maybe 2, because there's 2 missing. Yeah. We'll see there's a pawn, there's a rook, there's a bishop, and there's a king. So that means a queen and a knight is missing. And we saw the knight figure, so that means a queen is missing. The shards of glass in the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. Huh? The lock is open. And there on the inside. It's a handprint?
why?
What's a handprint doing here? It looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and left a handprint.
It's true.
And it looks quite fresh, too. I'd say someone was hiding in the locker and they left behind a little something extra. So then, maybe the killer hid in there until the locked room was open, don't you think? And during all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group.
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility. Why not?
Hey,
Think back, before we opened the door, we looked inside the room. Oh yeah, it was already open. Oh yeah, the locker was already open at that point.
indeed.
So there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. Yeah, so then, what does this handprint mean? Interesting. This looks like some kind of wrapper.
Huh?
Oh, that's... Do you recognize Hina?
Well...
Oh yeah, I gave it to her. It's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found that Junus had a jacket attacked me. So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down. So you gave the candy to Sakura. I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we get into the warehouse, I took the entire box. I made sure nobody could get their hands on them. You really like them that much? But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself, and that's why I gave it to her. But now they've all lost their favor in all their flavor. Hina. Polka dot candy wrapper. Sakura drew a last breath, sitting slumped forward in this chair. There's obvious evidence of the blow of the head. Normally I wouldn't have any problem believing that's what killed her, but according to the Monokuma file, she also vomited blood. And I can also see a trace of blood on her lips. So what would have caused her to vomit blood? The Monokuma file specifically said she didn't suffer any other injuries. Maybe her getting hit on the head somehow caused her to vomit? Not a chance. Byakuya.
That's fine.
However, your eyes have landed on a most interesting location. Interesting?
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting, don't you think? No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died. Oh, what's this? There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance to the room.
So...
It looks like a protein drink and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loves protein. And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
Wrong.
I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you. I know. But still, the protein can. Got the label on it that says Chem A2. It reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the Chem Lab had all kinds of health stuff. So she must have gotten this from the Chem Lab.
Just a second.
That's strange. What is?
Hey.
You see what's scattered around the can? Shards of light blue glass. That must be parts of the window I broke.
Correct.
But they aren't just scattered around the can, they are also underneath it. Why does that matter?
So...
I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of it. I feel it'll become important, a clue later on. So, basically, that means someone put it down after we broke in? Who? I doubt it was me or Kirigiri, so maybe Asahina? Maybe Togami or something? I don't know. An important clue, I'm not sure how I see it. I'm not sure I see how, I mean. Okay, time to talk to everyone.
What the heck?
We already know who did it! Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro, it had to be one of them. They couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. Then let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room. What? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together. Well, eventually, she went off her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me. She said she'd left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon, the Monokuma file said she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth, I heard it right from Sakura. And I tried to stop her. But she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I'd stopped her by force, even this never would have happened. It's impossible not to have regrets, I know. But the fact that she asked those three to meet with her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place she'd end up dying, it might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly.
However...
But for Sakura to have been killed... Yeah, she's not the type who will go down without a fight.
It's true. And
she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So, how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand? They must have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
Certainly, they would have needed it to if they expected to stand any chance. That's interesting, actually. Who would have got her by surprise?
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. And it's true. I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? So you didn't go to her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Yakuza said he didn't go see her. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as a fact.
Come on.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight. Okay, thanks. Alright then. I need to examine the crime scene as much as possible. Okay, maybe the magazine rack. The same shelf full of magazines, there's all different kinds of magazines. Okay, never mind. This door is the only way in and out. The door doesn't have a lock and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only noticeable change to the door is the smashed window, which happened of course when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening. And there was no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the lock for a door from inside, not outside.
Listen.
Well, Makoto, have you finished with your general investigation? Yeah, I think so, for the most part.
So then
Then you should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
listen to me.
Which is why I've decided you go in my place. Oh god, I'm gonna be the slave now, aren't I? This is gonna be fun. She's decided? She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had the issue. But she's right, I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with two other people. I need to hear what they have to say. Alright then, let's leave. Those two other people went back to their rooms. Okay. I press the doorbell. After a few seconds...
Who's there?
the most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay.
What do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hole.
What do you want?
What do you want? You said you wanted to talk to me about something? I wanted to talk to you about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you.
Well...
I don't know what you're talking about. Yakira already told me she had asked to meet with him. What? She wanted to meet with Master too? I just said two, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious. Yeah, pretty much. So can you tell me about it? I admit, I did get the note, but I didn't go to see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Toko claims she didn't go. Can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice. Is that good enough? Now I'm going back to my room. Oh boy, with that, Toko quickly retreated back into her room. She totally went. Yes, here. I pressed the doorbell. And after a few seconds...
You know?
Hey, what's up, Makoto? Did you need something? Yeah, actually, I just wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you. How did you know about that?
Could it be?
Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened you? But I'm the only one she wanted to meet with. Olga told me herself that she and Byakuya and Toko to come too. Well, when did Sakura tell you that? When she asked me to meet with her, of course. But didn't she write you a note? Yeah, a note. She gave it to me in person. She happened to mention the others like I'm passing. I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. So then you went and met with Sakura?
You got it all wrong.
No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually,
The last time I saw Origo was when Hina got her and I took her to the nurse's office.
don't look at me.
I haven't seen her since then. While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you? Do I still have it? Let's see. Hiro was feeling around in his pockets.
Hey, come on.
Looks like I don't have it anymore. With a big goofy smile in his pockets, he pulled his hands out of his pockets. When he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pockets. Oh.
What?
Quick as the wind, Hiro snatched it back up again and shoved it back into his
Hey,
pocket.
come on.
Oh, sorry. Just a bit out of the trash. Forgot to throw it out. Trash?
What?
Anyway, I can't deny that Olga asked to meet with me, but I never went. So, well, if you'll excuse me. Before waiting for a reply, Hiro quickly slipped back into his room. Hiro said this was just trash, but there's no way that's all there is to it. Okay, so I've heard from Toko and Hiro. What's next? Definitely have to look at the actual crime scene again, but on top of that, maybe I should find out more about that protein can. I'm sure it must have come from the chem lab. I'll go to the protein thing first. So that's the 4th floor. Hey, it's got me. Mikoro, did you have your eye on the chem lab too? Just to make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. I think what you meant to say was, yes sir, I understand. No, I meant, okay. God damn it. This isn't my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. Should probably take a closer look at it. It looks like 3 shelves being connected together to make one giant shelf. More importantly now, what's the powder that's being spilled on the front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to sit in it. I'm stepping it. So on this shelf it looks like a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are. They're reagents. They're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh?
What?
What, you think studying science and mathematics have no practical application in the real world?
That's fine.
The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. Didn't even say that. Maybe... Anyway, this doesn't matter right now. I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number. So I guess I consider this part of the shelf until section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here, in which case I don't think I have to worry about too much about this shelf. On this shelf is... One look and I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. These are like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter C. So I guess I consider this part of the shelf into section E. Let's see, what's in this shelf? What the hell? There's a Chem C one in there. There are all kinds of dietary supplements. The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from this shelf. All the containers in this shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number. So I guess I consider this part of the shelf until unit section A. Huh? But wait! There's one bottle here that's labeled Chem C9. Could someone have put it here on accident? I should try to find out more about the shelving unit. Looks like it's been split into 3 sections. Section A is dietary supplements, Section B is reagents, and reagents, I guess, and Section C is lethal chemicals. Sucker must have gotten the protein powder from Section A. But what concerns me is that in Section A, there was a bottle with the label from Section C. What was the bottle of poison from Section C doing in Section A? There's definitely something going on here. There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all the powder came from? Looks like the bottle has a label on it, Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this. And this powder must be spilled.
In other words...
That's right, it could only have been around the time of the incident. And if it really is what happened, it must be related to the case. These are footprints, and they're in the front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We made it to sketch out a floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen.
What?
Well, let's go. Chop chop. Okay. So I got to work, and before long I draw up a sketch of the room. So how's this? Not bad. For you, I mean. For me?
I see.
So when you look at it like this, interesting. So it would appear that whoever left these footprints only had business on the leftmost shelf. They came in and went straight to the shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be...
Certainly
Makoto,
possible.
are they yours? No!
What?
Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size. Couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said. I see, your feet do appear to be too big. Fortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. Fortunately? But with how clear these footprints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. Then these prints are a really valuable clue. That's interesting. First have to check out this area. Okay, the yellow powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. Better not leave a footprint. Probably take a good look at the hard powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf. There's also the remains of a broken bottle. Looks like the bottle was labeled Chem C4. Also, it looks like someone left some footprints in the powder. Based on the positioning of the prints, whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. According to Byakuya, the powder would had to have been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. I've already taken a good look around the chem lab. Maybe I should go take another look around the rec room. Alright then. Do do boo boo. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Hey,
So Makoto, how's your investigation going? I told Kyoko what Toko and Hiro told me.
I see.
I see. So along with Byakuya, they both claiming they didn't go see her. Well, it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying?
Anyway,
Well, I've made some progress on my own. Sakura's body, the shelf magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These three things have revealed new clues. You do well to look over them one more time. Okay, let's start with magazine rack. Kyoko said the magazine shelf was hiding a clue of some kind. Clue. Huh? This magazine is upside down. What the... Okay, so I'm trying to picture that magazine up like normal ways, and all I can see is the picture of the princess girl on a big buff body. That's all I'm seeing, unless of course I'm seeing it wrong. Did someone put it back on that way in accident?
hey,
If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. I picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. This is... one of the pages near the center of the magazine, a word has been written in bold, bloody letters. It says Toko. Could this be a dying message?
correct.
Then it would appear you found it. Kyoko, is this?
So,
It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. A dying message?
however,
But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it exactly as I found it for the benefit of others who might come looking. Hey, is that... that says Toko, right? Yeah, it looks like it.
what the heck?
Then she's the killer, right? Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet.
I won't
It settles it.
you.
It's settled. She's the killer for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer. I can see why you would think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me that much more suspicious. Magazine dying message. Okay, Sakura's body. According to Kyoko, there's still someone to be discovered from Sakura's
Just
body.
a second.
Just staring up into space isn't gonna help you. Help you figure it out. Well, yeah, I know,
Hey,
but don't you think you might need to actually examine the body?
whew.
There's no getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown I'm perversely used to. Although there are still some times. I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
It's true.
That's totally normal. And how can you?
So,
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies. What? Sorry, never mind.
hey,
More importantly, look here. Oh, the powder. Wait, she was in the chem lab then when it spilt? Wait. No, she stepped in it, it would be on the bottom of her shoe, but it's on the top of her shoe. Which means she must have been there when it spilled, and some of it must have spilled in her shoe, right? Interesting.
correct.
You see that yellow powder on her instep? Yeah, it really stands out.
I see.
That powder is a clue number 1. This is the wound on her head.
It's true.
Actually, I've been telling you that it's incredibly difficult to spot, so let me just explain.
It would seem...
It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow. Yes, she suffered 2. Instead, received 2 blows. 2 blows?
Indeed.
Interesting, wouldn't you say? And there's one more interesting thing.
Correct.
Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
So that's what I learned from examining her body. Okay then. Can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at the body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off. Okay, so this. There are shards of glass. Glass is all red and there's tops and bottoms, so this must have originally been a bottle. Top of that, near the glass, is a Monokuma figure. Okay, I must have clicked on this then. I think Kyoko said she found a new clue involving Monokuma bottles. Something new, something new.
Hey.
So did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention and you're sure to find it. Correlation? Hey Kyoko, can't you just tell me what it is?
So...
I don't mind guiding you towards clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusions so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer! I do trust you to a degree, otherwise I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree?
Hey.
Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? Experiment?
Anyway...
Can you gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle? Try to get the smaller pieces too. Huh? Are you sure it's okay to mess with the crime scene?
That doesn't matter.
I've already done through a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And obnoxious Byakuya's not here, so...
So then...
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass. With that, Kyoko left the room. I really don't know what this is about, but what choice do I have? I'd better go do it. I took the broom and dustpan and got to work collecting all the broken bottle pieces. And just as I finished up... Sorry to keep you waiting.
So then...
Is everything ready? Then let's get to work. So what kind of experiment are we doing?
In other words...
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights. Compare the weights? The pieces of glass you collected on one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact. Why do you want to do that? Oh, we're going to see if it's 1 bottle or 2. It's going to be 2. That's the point of the experiment. It will make sense when we're done.
Listen.
First, let's compare the weights of the 2 of the normal Monokuma bottles. It's balanced.
In other words...
Which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same. Which makes sense. The Monokuma figures inside are basically the same and nothing else could affect the weight.
So then...
Now here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one of the scale. Now what might you expect? Well, the normal assumption would be either they will balance out or the pieces I collect will be lighter. I do my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there.
So then...
Okay then, let's give it a try. Huh? The broken pieces are heavier? How's that possible?
I knew it.
God damn it, sorry. Just as I thought. What?
In other words...
The results of the experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles, put it together.
Hey.
And I believe you will arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So, what do you think? It's all on you. Okay. There's the class trial thing.
Whoops! You caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake.
Huh? I keep on forgetting that Monokuma knows everything about the case, and that's why it's so boring to him, because he already knows that we're probably looking at it the wrong angle.
Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
Yeah, see you soon, you lovable bear. It's already time, but the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen in the class trial. No, what happens? I have to make something happen! Something to drink, sorry. Monokuma made his announcement and everyone began to meet up. And then... the ultimate martial artist! Oh my god, he's doing happy faces again. I locked you a murder!
What?
What the... Oh, I've just recently discovered the power of emoticons! In the fan translation, it was I finally learnt the work of acronyms and stuff like fuck my life and laugh out loud. It was like if you put something like FML after a very happy sentence, it becomes very sad, and if you put LOL after a very sad thing, like I found a dead body LOL, it makes it so happy. Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive.
Yes, indeed.
For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body. XD. That is just plain old creepy.
Well,
And how about the reverse?
here.
No matter how great something is, if you put a sad face, it makes it look super negative.
Yes, indeed.
For example, do you have 100 friends? Do you have 100 friends? How do you make that happy? How do you have 100 friends? That is not a happy thing. That's a statement. That's a question. It's not happy or sad. Who's right? That does make it seem sad.
I can't wait.
Other-
I can't wait.
Please get on the elevator. Oh my god. I'll see you all down there. Oh, this is so good. What the hell was that? I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual if after murdering someone?
Don't look at me.
I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean.
I mean, I didn't murder anyone. Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer?
What the heck?
Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Yeah, I hope so. I really do. Because there can be no doubt one of us is the culprit. The killer, the one that murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I know, and yet someone killed her. And that person is here. That person is one of us. Come on, it's time to put an end to this. I made my way towards the elevator. With each step I took, I felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. I could feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets easier. We climbed into a steel prison in total silence. We watched the doors close, and I felt it begin its sinister descent. The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clunking sounds. It fell lower and lower, and as suddenly as always, the ride was over. The doors opened once again. Just the 6 of you, huh? Really? It's so few. You must be so lonely. You say like it's not your fault. We're all that's left. I wonder, with the class trial and with one less classmate again, or will your school life come to an end completely?
Now then.
Are you ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats. So the curtain opened for the 4th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Dun dun dun.